I will tell you this about Bill and the filth.
A bit of a method actor.
Bill got very into the character so much so that when we were shooting in the alleyway, the garbage truck alleyway, that was all real garbage. We trucked around a big truck full of garbage.
What's that? Yeah.
And there was real, I mean, that alley was downtown, it was filthy, there was human shit in the alley. It was intense. And Bill had his hands in that trash all day long, and I remember us walking from the set to the lunch line to the table, and he didn't wash his hands. He was eating the hamburger. He had become the character.
I was in the urban legend.
My other question was, what did you think when you read the script and you were going to roll around with fat women naked? Is that something that...
You know, the whole script was so out there. I mean, look, you're just mentioning one little area. I think the hardest thing for me to do was to eat that thing out of the refrigerator.
Yeah, you really get.
Well, the funny thing, I learned something about kind of human physiology, and that, yeah, it's weird because I tried to convince myself that was just baby food put on oatmeal. I think they took some kind of green baby food, poured it on oatmeal, and then they molded it to the chicken bones. But your body, when you bite into something like that, your body's telling you from going back to the primordial ooze, don't swallow this shit. And I could not stop gagging. I really tried not to gag, but my reflex was always, because I picked up that chicken bone, even though I knew it was a prop, my brain, my body would not accept that.
There were takes when he gagged very, very loud.
It was an experience. It really was. You don't get to do comedy much, most of us. And I think that's why people like James Caan and Wayne Newton and Anna Berger, who played Judd's mother, I mean, she was great. Everybody, I think all of us, it was just a chance to kind of let our hair down, and I loved the idea of this parallel world that Adam had created. I love Blum's. I have the poster at the end of the movie when you see the diner and he comes back and Rosarita's no longer working there. You see a Blum's kind of ham and eggs poster. I still have that in my kitchen. I look at it every day.
Now, Winky Doodle was actually famous.
Winky Doodle is the original actor. King Moody is his name. He's the original Ronald McDonald.
Also, Starker in the original gets Smart City.
That's true too, yeah.
And I don't know how we found him.
Tony actually found him.
Yeah, King Moody.
Who's the guy at the beginning, at the end, who introduces the nightclub owner?
He was great.
Danny, I forget his last
God,
name.
that guy was
Yeah,
great.
he's a great character actor.
I tell you, it's a little, known movie, The Dark Backward. It does have its following and stuff. And I mean, I've made 40 some odd movies. Bill's made, more than that. And I got to tell you, when this comes up, this picture, I mean, you will always see the three of us, and bless Claudia and Tom for being here too. No, but you'll always see us because, I mean, as much as we joke about it, I mean, we all take great pride in this movie. I mean, it is truly unique, and it still looks unique. And I mean, I look back at it, and I mean, I had a few pictures that you won statues and things, and I'm most proud as a producer of this picture. I really am. It's made for less money than practically any movie I've ever made. It's totally unique. It's still the biggest star-studded cast.
How much money did this movie make?
It still hasn't. I put $20. I still put $20 in the box. I'm still paying for this movie.
By the way, the answer to your first question, just to bring it all around in terms of how it actually finally got greenlit, the company that was financing it had a great success with Sex, Lies, and Videotape at the time. And so they were given, the guy,
Larry Estes,
was given a lot of money. He greenlit Sex, Lies, and Videotape. And he was given a bunch of money at that company to greenlight a bunch of small movies. And so when we started to assemble the cast, and how much money we were asking to make it for, he greenlit it without ever reading it. And so, of course, once they saw it, they hated it. But that's how it ultimately got made.
I got an anecdote that just kind of popped into my head. I remember, I think I just finished shooting the movie, and I had to go in and do some ADR, some voiceover work for Predator 2. And what was so bizarre is I went in to do the voiceover, I had a small supporting role in that, and all that came out was guns. They literally had to send me home and wait a few days. The director couldn't believe it.
I'll never forget too though, we had our first screening, and we, had enough family and friends and cast and crew. We filled the what was then, I guess the Sony Lab, to get Cary Grant, MGM Theater, probably 450, 500 seats. It was, standing room only. There was people, Adam and I were sure we were going to walk out of there like, Steve Soderbergh or David Lynch and Ron Howard. I mean, we were sure. We just thought we achieved everything. I mean, we had every blank face looking at us. We had financiers running away from us. I mean, there was no one to say hello to in the lobby.
Somebody overheard somebody say that they should have used the money to feed the homeless.
Another snapshot. We had premiered this movie in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
It was the summer, I guess. It was definitely summer. And they wanted me and Judd and Wayne Newton to arrive in a garbage truck. So they backed it up down the block, and this was like down in the village somewhere, and it was really hot. We were in those we had the jumpsuits from the orange jumpsuits, our Ghostbusters things. And I remember Wayne was trying to drive this garbage. It was hard as hell to drive. There were like 10 fucking things in the gearbox. They're geared so long. I remember trying to get up the street. And the neighborhood was really funky. People were kind of looking. I was like, why are we down there? It's a movie house down there. But I guess it was a party or something.
Wayne drove it down the street.
Anything to end up in the Post. It's that page 6 thing.